About this time of year, these lettuces should be twice this size, ready for cleaning and shipping off to supermarkets around the country. In the heart of Pukekohe, conditions for growing veggies are usually perfect. Warm days, cool nights and steady rainfall. The last 3 months, however, have seen unusually low levels of sunshine and only 5 rainless days. Produce company R.C. Hari and Sons and grower Suresh Hari have been particularly hard hit. Mr. Hari says the incessant rain, coupled with last week's cold snap, has taken its toll on their crops.
This crop here is not going to make the grade. It's not going to get into Food Town or Pack and Save. It's probably just going to end up going to a process like the likes of McDonald's or something like that. And it's going to be a huge loss when we can't make the supermarket grade.
Mr. Hari says due to the volatile nature of vegetable pricing, it's too hard to calculate the total cost of the weather's effect. But half the size means half the profits.
Sad because, I mean, at the end of the day, the lettuce price has shot through the roof. Doesn't mean that the grower's going to achieve the benefit, because at the end of the day, he's not going to have a crop to sell. And that's just the way it is.
And it's not just the lettuce either. The company's other crops, which should be ready for processing, are still sitting in the ground, surrounded by weeds that were too hard to pull out of the saturated soils. The major worry now, whether or not the big supermarket chains will accept the smaller, lower quality vegetables.
Just the other day we've been rejected on a line. We're around the table talking about it now. Is it acceptable, or shall we have a little window where we can allow some of that to go through or not? And so in that question, we are negotiating certain criteria to change.
Rob Chamali from Foodstuffs Auckland says the chain is still working out how best to respond to the lower yield. Mr. Chamali says Foodstuffs won't be changing its standards, but will try and work out other ways to assist their local suppliers.
There have been a few shortages from local suppliers, but we've been able to source elsewhere where we've needed to. So because we've got reasonable reach around the country, we were able to do that. Meanwhile,
back with his crops, Suresh Hari says he has a tough decision to make.
It's getting harder with the way the weather pattern's going. It's certainly not an easy industry. We tend to throw a lot of money out on the land and hope for a return, and let's say we don't always get it.
With GST set to rise and more fresh produce coming in from overseas, a hard industry is about to get harder. Drew Chappell, Country 99 TV News.